Good afternoon, preppers. Welcome to Goshen Prepping. Of course, we always see gas prices rise as we head into summer, but we're about to see gas prices go way up, and it's not just summertime that's causing this. Uh-oh. Saudi Arabia cuts ties with the U.S. for economic independence. In a surprising move, Saudi Arabia and OPEC producers have announced a cut in oil production of approximately 1.6 million barrels per day. And because of this, oil prices surged 5% after their surprise output cut. Analysts warn of $100 per barrel. But even more, oil prices have surged as much as 8% after their announcement, but futures jumped 5.1%. And from the Associated Press, Saudis, other oil giants announced the surprise production cuts, which we just mentioned. But look at this. Higher oil prices would help fill Russian President Vladimir Putin's coffers as his country wages war in Ukraine and force Americans and others to pay even more at the pump amid worldwide inflation. So just to understand this, as China brokered the deal to make it so Saudi Arabia and Iran get together and actually be friends, and as Saudi now has connections trying to apply for BRICS to become part of the conglomerate with Russia, Russia continues to surge out a ridiculous amount of oil, selling it to places that'll take it, like China, for example, while Saudi Arabia now cuts it off from sales in America. So we're going to see massive oil inflation and possible shortages this summer. That's the scary part I'm worried about even more. But we're talking about at least $4 a gallon, if not more, here in the United States. While places like China and people joining up Saudi Arabia will actually see oil prices going down because they're getting the oil from Russia. Why are oil prices rising, and what does that mean for inflation? Oh, and this sign scares me, doesn't it you? $6.69 a gallon. This looks like a preemptive move from the cartel ahead of a likely economic slowdown and a possible recession in the U.S. No, we are in a recession, heading for a depression, mind you, putting up to $80 a barrel. It's going to go much higher. It's a sign of cooling relations between Washington and Riyadh of the Saudis went ahead with their voluntary production cut despite strong opposition from Biden's administration, who Saudi Arabia continuously mocks, by the way. And that's the thing. The whole thing stinks for us because as Biden continuously pulls things from our strategic reserve, sells it off to other people, including China, and now we're actually having even less input coming to the United States, the gas prices are going to go way high. So what does that mean for inflation? Inflation is going to continue to go out of control. This is a dangerous game they're playing. I don't think the Saudis are playing the game, but unfortunately, I think our administration is trying to push all these different legislatures to make it so we actually have clean energy, which I'm fine with, but you just can't cut off the oil, which they've been doing. So we are going to be paying for this in the pump. And of course, when you talk about commercial businesses, they're going to be paying even more, therefore rising inflation even more for us as well. And we are going to be in for a very hot and difficult summer. I'm not looking forward to this, but of course, on Goshen Prepping, you need to prep now. Try to get your gas now before it does go up. We're already seeing rise in this, but try to get it now and start that way you can store it up. And we'll continue keeping you posted on everything that's happening. Thank you for watching.